All right, Matt, thank you. Access still denied at a downtown green space. Vente de Agosto Park has now been closed for 4 years. Some are wondering why people still can't use that public property. News 4 Tucson's Sam Salzwedel has tonight's investigation.
The Tucson Parks and Recreation Department has a new director since the park closed 4 years ago. Back then, the park was full of drugs, crime, and human waste. But now a city council member and the parks director is saying they're not sure about the downside of just opening it back up to the public. It's one of the most visible parks in the city, on the gateway to downtown. Vente de Agosto Park is closed. Michelle Ream lives nearby.
I'm actually shocked that the park is still closed. This is one of the shadiest spots in downtown, and so it's very concerning that we can't utilize this park.
Shady in a good way.
Yes, shady. In the blazing heat, shady.
In 2015, it was a homeless camp. Business leaders and city officials could not get it under control, so they closed the park entirely. It's in Councilmember Regina Romero's ward.
It hasn't really accomplished much. I think that we will have a homeless population throughout the city.
We didn't really eliminate the issue, we just pushed them farther from the core of downtown.
Brent Dennis is the Parks and Recreation Director.
Every time I drive to City Hall for meetings, it's always tough for me as the Parks Director to see that sign that says park closed.
I've been very frustrated with the Parks and Rec Department for its lack of work on trying to make it work for every resident of the city of Tucson.
She's probably reflecting a lot of the voices that many downtown residents have, and I respect that.
Romero and Dennis both talk about community conversations and creative solutions to reopen the park, but the answer may be more simple.
What's wrong with just taking the signs down and opening the park back?
There's nothing wrong with it. As a matter of fact, I've been pushing for that to happen.
Why isn't there a problem with just taking the signs down right now?
Well, we'll have that conversation. I don't know what the downside would be exactly, but I also know there's lots of history, and I don't want to be naive about it.
Homeless people still spend time in nearby Presidio Park and Jacome Plaza. For now, the homeless and everybody else still won't be allowed at Vente de Agosto. Dennis says it's important to talk to all the right people before making the decision to reopen the park. He didn't want to give a time frame, but he also says he really hopes we don't pass the 5-year anniversary with the park still closed. If you have a story you'd like us to investigate, email investigators@KVOA.com or call 955-4444. Investigating for you, Sam Salzwedel, News 4 Tucson.